Hey, hi, hello, what is up everyone? It is me, Linnea, and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, my name is indeed Linnea, and this is a space where we are trying to become semi-self-sufficient, where we garden, we do sourdough, and we do fun recipes, all while living in the suburbs. So, if that is something you're interested in, consider subscribing. If not, thanks for being here anyways. Anyway, today's video is a fun recipe. It's a recipe I've been making for maybe a year now, and it's a hit. And it is how to make the best roast in the oven. I used to only do my roasts in the crock pot, and they would come out like fine. Sometimes they would be really, really good. Sometimes they would be like eh. And ever since I started doing it this way and following this specific recipe, I don't think I've had a bad roast. So I'm gonna show you all how I do it, what I use, and yeah, let's go make the roast. All right, let's go. All right, so first of all, I have my Dutch oven preheating on medium-high heat. I have found that this oval shaped one works fantastic. First thing I'm going to do is just add a bunch of olive oil to the bottom. I also have my oven preheating to 300 degrees. That's important. Alright, this is a chuck pot roast. Ideally you want it to be about 3 pounds. This was the biggest one they had, and it is 2.5, so we're dealing with what we have. And all I'm going to do is salt and pepper. Alright, I'm going to sear this for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. I have 2 onions here. I'm going to put them in here. Alright, I'm going to let these onions cook for 3-ish minutes, and then we're going to deglaze it with some red wine. Alright, I'm going to put about a cup of red wine in here. If you don't have red wine, just use broth. And I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to measure by my heart. Yeah, that's probably good. And then I personally like to let the wine kind of cook for about a minute or 2 before I add anything else in. That's just a personal preference. You do what you want. Alright, now I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I don't measure. I just kind of, like I said, I go by heart. If you want to measure, I'll leave the recipe in the description and you can actually see the real measurements. Alright, and this next part, y'all can make fun of me. It's pretty make funnable. But it calls for tomato paste, and I don't regularly keep tomato paste in our house because anytime I use it, it only calls for like a little bit and then it ends up going bad. So judge me, I don't care. I just squirt a little bit of ketchup in there. That is what I do. And you know what? It's never once turned out nasty, so it's tomato flavor. Alright, and the last thing we're going to add, I have some sprigs of rosemary that I'm going to add. I will say Usually I am not one for like fresh herbs, but this recipe is a lot better with fresh herbs. So if you can get it, I would suggest that. And then I also am gonna add in basically this whole bundle of thyme. I think it tastes really good, so I'm just gonna add that in. Then I'll add my roast back in. With the juice. And then lastly, I've got about 2 cups of beef broth. You want your beef broth to come to at least halfway up of the roast. And if you need to add more, that's fine. 2 cups usually works for me, but there's that. And then I'm gonna put the lid on. And I'm gonna put it in my oven at 300 degrees for an hour and a half. And then we'll be back to add the carrots and to cook it even longer after that. All right, now here is where the recipe says you add peas. I don't add peas. You add carrots and potatoes. I do not love chunked up potatoes. I always just make mashed potatoes with this, so that's what I'm gonna do. So you can add potatoes and carrots, but I am just gonna add carrots. We're gonna go with the entire bag. Now I'm just gonna put the lid back on this, and then I'm gonna cook it in the oven again for another 2 hours. So it's still 300 degrees. We'll just put the lid back on and we'll cook it for another 2 hours. Well, this roast is nothing new to you.
No.
We have it a lot.
I thought you've done a video on it.
I did it on like a different way to make roast. It was like a different recipe, but this one I think we've been making for like almost a year now, and it's good. And if you say it needs ketchup, that's a running joke with us because Jonathan used to eat ketchup with his roast, and I always told him that's illegal. And so now every time he's like, it needs ketchup. Does it need ketchup?
No.
Is it good?
Very good.
Can you taste the wine? Probably not.
It's kind of hot.
Kind of cooked out. I mean, there's really not much to review. It's always, the way I do it is always like tender. I don't think we've ever had like a bad roast cooking it in the Dutch oven in the oven.
You can taste the wine and stuff more in the carrot.
Really? Interesting. But yeah, I think this is way better than the crockpot roast.
I don't know how to describe it, but like they just have a different flavor.
The carrots do? Was it good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying when you cook it with wine, they have a different flavor to them.
Yeah, and you don't have to cook it with wine. I just choose to because we have it, and I kind of like the flavor of it.
You might be able to taste the same bit. There's just obviously like a lot of just meat flavor.
Yeah, and herb flavor. So there's rosemary and thyme, which is pretty. Yeah, you got a stem there. Anyway, do you have anything else to say?
It's good though.
All right. Well, we're gonna say goodbye to the people on that note. All right. See you. They'll see you in the next video, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
With ketchup. Okay. Bye.